Paul from Alexander Knife Sharpening and Laser Engraving. So a little update on some things going on with the lasers. Many of you who follow know that in the shop I was having some cold issues there for a while with the really cold weather we were having. And I used to run that big giant hose from the two lasers all the way out the pet door. But the solution for the heat problem in the shop was a diesel heater, which now lives just outside that door, and it blows the warm air in through the old pet door, which we now have using that hole to come in from. So I decided it was time to come up with a much better solution for the lasers. I was constantly tired of tripping over this PVC hose, which happened to probably at least like 10 times a day. So I figured, well, let's take the path of least resistance. I thought about going through the garage door, and then I said, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's do the sidewall. So I did put the exhaust fan in through my sidewall, and I now have it all connected up to 4-inch exhaust. I got a 4-inch exhaust for my xTool S1 40-watt laser. Look at this big giant exhaust now. This was its original exhaust, which I think was like 3-inch. The Chinese really love that like 3-inch size. They put it on all their lasers. So my Laser Pecker 4 also lives in this enclosure, which I've shown before, but that also has an exhaust which goes down. And then I have a two-way valve down here that I can shut off if I want everything to pull from one of the lasers or the other. So that's all that is, and that's a dust right connector that simply comes up to this 4-inch hose, and then I have another section going outside. I'll even show you the outside part. On the outside, I simply used a regular vent like you would use for a dryer. So you can see, and then through there is the exhaust for the lasers. So they exhaust out the side of the garage, and that is the new setup. And let me tell you, it's been awesome. I'm really happy I took the time to do that. It took me about 5 or 6 hours to do all that one weekend ago, but it's been awesome. I like not having the hoses tripping on them. I got rid of all the little leaks that I had, and it just really works well. So it's something you might want to consider. Let me turn this light on over here. If you are running lasers permanently in your shop somewhere, hooking up a ventilation is not a bad idea. I might even consider putting a couple more vents in to have other places to run stuff because, believe it or not, I'm looking at some more lasers. I'm going to be doing a review of another laser soon, and I'll talk more about that in another video. But just wanted to show you the ventilation system and the cover for the xTool S1 40-watt. They also make this cover for the xTool X1 if you don't have the riser base, so you can get it made with or without riser base, which is really awesome. And they did a very good job on it. It goes on real easy and fits perfectly. I'll show you that in the video. Okay, so here's the cover. It is made by Perfect Dust Cover, which I've gotten other covers from them before. I got a cover for one of my printers. They're really good. It took a little while for this to get here. I did get it on Amazon. I was surprised at the length of time it took, but other than that, you can see it fits. I mean, they did a great job with the fit. In the back here, they did put a split, which is smart because this is where the exhaust hose is. I do wish they had put one more split here, which they didn't. It's not a big deal, but it would have been helpful. I have the fire suppression system on mine, and the fire suppression system sits just off to the right side back here. So I have to kind of pull it down a little bit. It's not a big deal. So this is what I'm talking about. So here's the exhaust hose. You can see they did a nice double split there. And then down here is where all the connections are for the air assist and the fire suppression, I think it would have been nice if they had just put another split here, then this would have fell perfectly. I mean, I could always do it myself, but that would be my only criticism of it all. But as you can see, I mean, I can easily, it's still not stopping me from getting it on, not at all. So, I mean, goes on really nice. And like I said, they do have the smaller size that is, I think, about 4 inches less if you don't have the riser base like I do. So your machine would be about half the size of this. They do make the same cover for those who don't have the riser base. And that is the dust cover for the S1 laser. And have a great day.